from Cruising for Treasure, and you are watching my What Sold show, where I show you everything that's going out the door today. So today I have sales from two different platforms, eBay and Poshmark. And I did want to also just discuss, I had two porch pickups yesterday on Facebook. So let's just dive right in, shall we? Okay, so the first one, and as is normal with when I do these videos, all of my inventory is downstairs in the basement, but the lighting is horrible down there. So I do my videos upstairs. So I sold an entire set of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, well, books 1 through 15 hardcover. I think there's more books than that right now. I'm not sure, but it's this type of book. This is number 12. So I sold books 1 through 15 for $44 on eBay plus shipping. Now, again, I am not making a ton of money off of these books. I thoroughly enjoy the process of curating a stack of books and then selling them. So there's two, story time with Lori, there's two different categories that I'm just kind of a sucker for. One is books and the other is music. So I love to read and I play the piano and sing. So anything related to those, I just kind of like, my heart pulls me in that direction. And it's not always the wisest financial business decision, but someone somewhere is getting an entire set of very nice condition Diary of a Wimpy Kid books for $44. You can't beat that, okay? You can't go to Barnes & Noble's and get books 1 through 15 for $44. You can get maybe 3 books. Okay, let's see. $13.95, $14. So I love it. It's just kind of one of those things that brings me joy. And so I do it. So I'm not telling you to run out and source books 1 through 15 of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, because it might drive you crazy. And you might wonder, does that girl even know what she's talking about? And the fact of the matter is, I do. I know I'm not going to make a ton of money. Okay, so just to prove that, let me show you. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And I put in here that I spent approximately $16 on this. So you figure $16 and it sold for $44. I will be lucky to clear $20 profit in selling these. But at the end of the day, it brings me joy. It makes me happy. That's what it's all about. It's better than having other stuff that I really hate to list sit in the corner and gather dust because I just dread listing it. So that's how it goes. But that's the beauty, and this is what I love about reselling, and I'm being totally honest here. It really, you do what works for you. And in the end, as long as you're making money, it doesn't matter if it's piles and piles of money, but do what brings you joy, because if it doesn't bring you joy, then why are you doing it? That's what I say. Anyway, moving on. Okay, this is Disney Glitter Favorite Moments. I don't even know what it is. It's a playset. It's got different pieces in it. And it sold for $25 on eBay, plus shipping. The thing about that is it did take a while to sell. So it's not something that's incredibly valuable. Okay, next. Now, okay, y'all hear me all the time. I source from online auctions, right? So sometimes you can make mistakes, or not necessarily that I was making a mistake, but you can be misled by auction houses. Sometimes they're not as forthcoming with information about condition as perhaps they could be. And I get it. They're literally, the ones around me, it's basically an estate sale online. So they are literally going through the entire house, processing an entire house, photographing it, listing it, and a certain time frame, so they don't have a lot of time. So they can't put the condition of every single item on there. It would take forever and it wouldn't even be worth their time. So the hope is that their photographs are good enough that they show visible flaws, and then up to the buyer, it's basically kind of like a gamble. You're kind of hoping that it's in at least decent condition, and then you can make some money. And I would say 92% of the time, your expectations are exceeded. But it's that 8% of the time that's just kind of dagger to the heart. So that's why typically I don't try to venture too far into categories that I'm not 100% confident in, just because I can't tell by looking at an item if it's going to be worth that top dollar that I'm seeing on eBay, if that makes sense. Anyway, this was one of those auctions that I should have stayed far away from. When I got to the pickup, it was horrible. This woman had a vast collection of amazing dolls, but no one had cleaned or dusted in her house in decades. And that's not an exaggeration, unfortunately. There was dirt, literal dirt, everywhere, the kind that has accumulated and stuck to things that you just can't clean. So I won several lots of different types of dolls. Most of them were not sellable, which was unfortunate. So I knew then that I need to pay careful attention when I'm looking at these photographs. Because that's also, on the buyer's side, I'm scrolling through hundreds of photographs. Am I taking the time to actually look very carefully at every single item? Not all the time. So anyway, thankfully, these two adorable dolls finally sold. You can see they do have a lot of condition issues. And now I'm looking at them. I'm very nervous about shipping them. Yes, I can admit that. But the lady who bought them sent a very nice note and said she's not scared about cleaning them. She's going to do it in honor of her mother, who is from Bavaria, which is just amazing. So she sent me an offer of $17. I had them listed for $20. And so, I mean, yes, of course I'll take your offer. So if they were clean, they would be so adorable, right? I hope she sends me a picture when she's done, because that'll just be so nice. So anyway, that's just kind of a cautionary tale of what can happen when you bid from auctions. And like I said, the vast majority of things that I get from auctions, it has a happy ending. But there are some times where it's just like, ugh, stink. Okay, so, well, it's in a bag. Well, okay, I have to open the bag anyway. The next lot that sold is these vintage note cards, and my children, when they put them away, they mixed up lots and they put the envelopes with the wrong, oh, I see now, they just did it all wrong. Fantastic. Okay, so it's this adorable card with many thanks. Isn't that so pretty? And that sold, there's a lot of 5 cards and 5 envelopes, and that sold for $7. And when my children photographed and put them away, they accidentally switched the envelopes, because it's supposed to be the bright green ones for these, for those cards. So, all right. So anyway, $7. Next thing that sold is a vintage Martex pillowcase. This sold for $6.99 full price. The package was open, but the pillowcase has never been taken out or used, so it is new. Okay, so this next one, this took a while to sell, but the Army field jackets, field coats, whatever, can be highly sought after. And this one sold for $42. Its size is small, long. So that's pretty cool. I have sold 3 or 4 of those through the years, so keep your eye out for that type, the field coat. Okay, and then the last eBay sale is this cute little pair. These are Y2K. Etienne Agnier, however you want to say his name. Kitten heels, slip-ons, and these sold for $20. They're just so adorable. And these were from an online auction. And I think I paid $1 or $2 per pair of shoe that I got quite a few pairs. All right, so I had 2 Poshmark sales yesterday, which is amazing. So the first one is this BH Cosmetics, which I don't know that brand. But look at that. I knew by looking at the eyeshadow that there's absolutely so many people in the world who would want this. It's called Absinthe Poison Shock. No idea, brand new. Sold for $12 on eBay, Poshmark. And I did get this, I think I got this at Goodwill. Let me check. Whoop. Okay, Absinthe. Okay, so I paid $2 and it's been listed just about a month. Oh no, I got it at another thrift store. So I paid $2 at a different thrift store. So, okay, and then I sold a J. Crew tie. This is somewhat unusual because it's cotton and not silk. But it's got that green blue plaid like a tartan, and that sold for $18. So that's pretty great. It's not normal for me to have 2 sales in a day on Poshmark. I don't know why, because I list items on there every day. I really need to get a virtual assistant, a VA for like my Posher VA or whatever for my Poshmark closet, just so I don't have to worry about constantly sharing all day long. Anyway, so, okay, so my 2 Facebook Marketplace sales that I had yesterday, I sold a large, not large, but a new in the package grill on Facebook. It was porch pickup. It was $50. I got it from an auction for I think about $21. So without any fees, easy peasy, more than doubled my money, which is awesome. And then I sold a Pioneer Woman teapot, and that sold for $20. And I had gotten that on an auction also for $5 or $6. So again, no fees when they pick it up from my house. So $20 just straight cash into my wallet. So $70. So I listed 20 items yesterday, and all told, 11 items went out my door, which is awesome. If I could have a over 50% sell-through rate on my items listed every day, that would be amazing. That would be so great. That's my goal. I would love to hit that goal. So we're trying to take steps to make that happen. I would love for Mercari to get more on the ball for me. So still working on that. Anyway, I'm going to stop jabbering and get all this packaged up because it's got to get out the door to the post office. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single which one of you. And if y'all have not yet, make sure you do subscribe to our channel so that when we upload videos, they show up in your feed. And if you found anything helpful today, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you tune in tomorrow to see what's sold today. Thanks for watching.